Welcome to the 10 Count Boxing Podcast. My name is Cyril Lehung. Let's talk boxing. As we hit what looks like the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic in South Africa, boxing seems to be carrying on under unusual circumstances overseas. Of course, this doesn't mean that things haven't gone wrong over there. We've seen, this coming weekend, the WBO Super Bantamweight title fight thrown off with Stephen Fulton testing positive for the coronavirus. Credit to PBC, they managed to find a credible opponent for Angelo Leo in Tremaine Williams with just 3 days left before the fight night. Since the previous episode, I've had people asking me what I think about the upcoming exhibition match between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Well, this is what I say. Tyson and Jones are two of my favorite fighters of all time. Two of the most exciting fighters in history. The key word here is history. Mike Tyson is 54 years old and has not fought in 15 years, while Jones is 51, and although his last fight was in 2018, we haven't seen the best of him in years. Roy Jones beat John Ruiz in 2003. 2003. Let that sink in. That was the last time Roy Jones really put on an amazing performance, in my opinion. I'm not saying it's going to be a terrible fight and people shouldn't watch, because I will be watching on the night. What I'm saying, hear me out. What I'm saying is people shouldn't expect this matchup to be a classic. Don't expect to see a mid to late 80s Mike Tyson or a 90s version of Roy Jones. Watch and enjoy the fight, but manage your expectations. This is an exhibition fight between two legends who are nowhere close to their primes. The interesting thing about this fight, as far as current boxers are concerned, is the date which it will take place in, September 12th. That is the Mexican Independence Weekend. Well, since Floyd Mayweather retired, boxing fans have expected that weekend to be, Saul Canelo Alvarez weekend. Now, it's interesting because Canelo has not fought this year, and there have been names thrown around of possible opponents for the Mexican star, but it does not look like we have any announcements coming up soon. Canelo has not fought this year, and there have been a number of names thrown around as possible opponents for the Mexican star, but it does not look like we have an announcement coming up soon. Now let's bring it home and talk about future bouts. I caught up with boxing trainer Sean Smith, and we had a chat about the WBC Silver Cruiserweight champion Thabiso Mchunu. Mchunu is rated number 1 by the Green Belt organization after he completely dominated Denis Lebedev. I know plenty of South Africans would love to see a rematch between him and Ilunga Makabu after they produced a thriller in 2015, which Makabu won. Smith told me what has to happen before this rematch can be made.
Sort of like I was saying, with Thabiso, he's the number 1 rated in the WBC. He's the WBC Silver Champion. So obviously before the lockdown, we had opportunity to go to Belgium to defend against Bilal Lagoon. So that's on hold for the moment. And then after that, the WBC announced the final eliminator against Dorodola. And then the winner would fight Makabu. So there's a little bit in play before that happens. Obviously, that's the prize. That's the ultimate prize to go for the WBC belt. But in the meantime, we need to make money. Logistically, where's the fight going to take place? We don't want to go to Congo to fight. There's nothing appetizing about that. Not to sound negative, but the last time that the champion went, or the guy went to go to fight there was a lot of they were very uneasy, and there were complications and drama around the fight, or getting the fight eventually on and to it. But anyway, let's just see what happens. You know, we got a few hurdles to cross and a little bit of money to make before we go for obviously the WBC, which is the ultimate prize, and we're going to get the belt. That's our goal, and hopefully I would love to avenge the fight with Junior Makabu and Thabiso. I believe we got the makings to win, but congratulations to Junior Makabu. I mean, he's super fighter, super talent, tough guy, and really, really happy that he's got the belt. He deserves it. But like I said, we really look forward to getting there. It might take a while, but that's on like the bucket list.
We also talked about Sean Smith's other fighters, such as Thulani Mbenge, who was supposed to fight Katembo Kuvesa earlier this year, but COVID-19 destroyed that plan. Now there is talk that Mbenge's former opponent, who we all thought would get a rematch against, Sebastian Formella, will be fighting against former world champion Sean Porter.
And then obviously regarding Thulani Mbenge, we meant to fight in March, it got cancelled, this, that. The boxing year seems to be taking its time to get back. They're showing no signs. They're stopping us from getting back in the gyms, which is really slowing down the process of getting the boys back. You know, they've started in America. They've started rescheduling fights in America and getting that going. So, seeing that they don't want to get going here, I've got to offer. I'm working with a guy overseas who's getting me fights, can get us into top rank. So, listen, there are fights, not going to be easy fights, stepping stone fights, but you know what? I believe Thulani Mbenge has got the making and the game to perform on an international scale. I believe he can get in the ring with anyone and beat basically anyone. Honestly, we had a bad outing against Formella. I still think we won. The promoter didn't get us our rematch as per clause. You need to find him about that. I don't know what the reason was for not getting us our rematch. Everyone deserves it. I mean, you saw against Deontay Wilder's getting his rematch against Tyson Fury. AJ got his rematch against Ortiz. Maybe on the night, I still think we were the better man, but let's do it again and see if he really was a better man. Like you saw with Thabiso against Tommy Oosthuizen. I called about and I said, we the A side and we beat Tommy Oosthuizen. Everyone thought it's sour grapes. I said, it's not sour grapes. I said, we beat him and we'll do it again. And on the rematch, I proved that the first time he was beat. We won every round in the rematch. So, anyway, I believe he's might have a fight against Sean Porter. That's fantastic news. You get a promoter who's prepared to back you and put it on the line for you. Good luck to him. Sebastian Formella can never live with Thulani Mbenge outside of Germany. But you know what? When you play an away game in Germany, they're very good at that. I mean, you've seen it happen to Rainer Liebenberg, and many people go to Germany. It's tough. So, you know what, ultimately, is what it is. No sour grapes. I wish him all the best. And everyone gets their time to shine. And I believe Thulani Mbenge is going to rise right to the top. He's really got the goods to mix it with the best in the division. So, we're going to go for some big boys. And, ultimately, if you want to make it somewhere, you want to go like to Vegas, make it on the big stage and see if we got the goods there. So, really excited about that. As soon as the borders open, as soon as we can get on a flight, we're out of here. So, but we'll let you know, we'll keep in touch and keep you posted with the latest updates.
Smith also spoke about his other star, Xolisani Ndongeni, who he is eager to see back on an international stage.
I'm going to the States with Xolisani and Ndongeni, Nomeva the Wasp. So him and Tools, they're the first on the cards. Can get them some really good fights in the lightweight, junior welterweight division. So, I'm excited about that. There's tons of guys to fight in that division. So, like my agent there in the States is quite keen on getting the two boys out to start first. Obviously, he's got a work visa from fighting Devin Haney. We've got a work visa till the end of the year, so we want to exercise that as soon as we can. So also I'll let you know regarding Xolisani, the next move. But it's going to happen in the States. It's going to happen ASAP. So yeah, really excited to that. We'll let you know. Also, we had a fight scheduled for him on the top rank card against Barboza. It got called off. But yeah, there's lots of work out there for him. And like I said, locally we're struggling a bit. So time for us to get on the global scale and try and run with this as best we can and get one or two good results on the international stage.
Another exciting talent in Smith's camp is the undefeated Ayabonga JJ Sonjica. The talented South African super bantamweight champion is one that many fans, including myself, would like to see progress.
Yeah, JJ Sonjica, the talented kid, obviously Olympian, and he took a bit of time to get going in the pros, but yeah, his SA title, when he won the title, was a phenomenal display of, he beat the champion again. Shout out. Not too many boxers, not to brag, but do what my boxers do, they completely shut out a champion. As Thabiso did with Lebedev, winning the title. No one's ever done that to Lebedev. So, not bragging, just very excited. Proud of my boys, very proud. Same thing with JJ Sonjica. We're with Rumble Africa already doing wonders for local boxing. And allowing them to build up ratings, especially in the IBF, etc. So I'll speak to Rumble with regards to JJ. They're great hands. They look after the boys. They give them the best opportunities to spread their wings. So, yeah, like I said, post-COVID, hopefully before the end of the year, JJ can get something going. So, but let's see. We're waiting on the Minister of Sport first to get back in the gyms and then to at least schedule some tournaments that are able to take place. But, yeah, looking forward. It's a great time for him to go now. He also doesn't have these youth on his side. He spent a lot of time in the amateurs, so he's still young, still got a long way to go, and can still do great things in boxing. So really excited for JJ Sonjica.
Definitely worth looking forward to. Well, that is all we have for this episode of the 10 Count Boxing Podcast. Please let me know in the comment section who you would like to hear from and what you think of the new show. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Cyril Tsepo, Facebook Cyril Tsepo Lehung, or the Toe to Toe Facebook page. I'm also on Instagram, Lehung Cyril Tsepo. Until the next episode, stay safe.